welcome back to another edition of Open Shutter, and have the pleasure of welcoming Kevin, Uncaged Photography, man. Thanks so much for fitting this in, because I know you have a busy day, so thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Just off the bat, like, how come your Instagram is Uncaged? Like, just really curious about that.
I created that Instagram when so basically I'm a personal trainer. So I do that as my main day job.
Cool.
When I was getting ready for a con, I decided to cosplay as Luke Cage.
Yeah.
So I kind of got into that, kind of created that Instagram for the purpose of doing cosplay and all the other creative things that I wasn't including on my other Instagram page, right?
Yeah.
So after that, I kind of took that name and I turned it into a little bit of my brand, right?
Nice.
It'll stay for now, but I'm considering, switching it up and just being a photographer using their own name.
Yeah.
But yeah,
if it's working, it's working, right?
Yeah.
Don't fix what's broken, kind of thing, or what's not broken, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So personal trainer. So how'd you get into like doing like portraits and like that kind of stuff?
It's been a long time, actually.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think probably around 2010, I started doing photography in like kind of in school sort of thing. Like earlier than 2010, even I was looking at photos and stuff I wanted to create more.
Yeah.
It's something I loved back then. I got my first camera in 2010, 2011, kind of dived right in and started experimenting, playing with it. Went to university, did kinesiology, health science, came back out and kind of went into the personal training stuff. And I never stopped during the pandemic. I dived in deeper, took time to learn more about lighting, etc. And I really focused on trying to develop my skills as a photographer.
Wow. So what do you like more, the personal trainer or being a photographer? Like, what's more fun for you?
So that's something I've asked before, and honestly, I wouldn't trade either of them.
Yeah, interesting.
The connections that you make in both fields is very valuable. I do portraits mostly because I enjoy that connection.
Yeah.
While I do events here and there, I prefer to focus more in on portraiture and working with families, etc., because I find more value in those items.
Interesting. How come?
It's the human connection aspect, right?
Yeah.
I'm someone who's very introverted. So I'm very introverted. So I find that the way I've kind of viewed things, I've always taken the time to like look at how people are as a whole.
Right.
And for me, it's enjoyable to look at photography of individuals to kind of examine that part of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Because I guess people want to be seen too, especially these days where like things are just so like noisy. It's hard to get people to pay attention. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's difficult, right? So
yeah. That said, you're looking at my Instagram now.
Yeah.
There's one of the photos that I did for my workplace there.
Okay.
That's a Zumba event right on the side there. Yeah.
Oh, cool, man.
So I was really proud of the work that I did in there. It actually got put up on the posters. So
you work here too then?
Yep. Yeah. I work with the city. So.
Oh, cool. So like, how'd you do the shoot? Like, did you pitch them or did they come to you or?
They came to me because they knew I do photos. So they talked to me and they had me work with them and do the Zumba event. That was really nice.
Cool, man.
It was really nice to see it put up on a poster.
It feels good, right?
I think in a world of digital, it's it's very exciting to have your work in a physical form that you didn't expect to see it in.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it feel more like real.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like, I don't know, you've like done something grand where it's like blown up like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, like a little phone screen and say, okay, but you see it up on a billboard, it's like, whoa, okay, cool.
Yeah. It feels like you've kind of leveled up and gone to this point in your career where, you know, you could aspire to more if you want to really dive into it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about just like enjoying the process too. You know what I mean? Like it's work too. Like I keep, like I said the other week, like it's a craft, you know. It doesn't happen overnight, right? I think social media makes it seem like things just happen overnight, but you know, you've been at it since 2010, right? So that's, you know, 16 years basically. So it's a good example of it, right? Because it's you need to be invested in it.
Yeah. You know, even though it's not something I'm doing full time, it's something that I do take the time to continue to build up, right?
Yeah. I mean, is it something that you want to make it full time, or you're happy with it just kind of being alongside the personal training stuff?
There's perks to what I do at my day job. Like I say personal training, but I do like my day job's more of a desk job.
Okay.
It's kind of in between doing stuff working with members and then doing stuff at the desk. It's a full-time job. It offers benefits and everything.
Nice.
So that's the type of thing, you know, when you're in your 30s and you're like settling down and having a family and all that stuff. That's not something you trade easily, right?
No, of course not.
So for me, I'm kind of settling into it, doing what I can on the side with the photography.
Nice.
And ideally, I want to see it become just a more regular part-time gig than to see it become its own full-time.
Yeah, I hear you.
Unless something happened and I was getting a lot of amazing gigs and it was
and you're making like yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's yeah, I mean, it's good to know where you want to be at, because I think it helps with like I said before, like I said earlier, it just helps with just enjoying it, like just having fun with it.
Absolutely.
Because like sometimes, like I'll just speak from personal experience, sometimes you're doing the thing that you like to do, but you know, when you're doing it for like other people, it's not like yours anymore. It becomes theirs, so it becomes like a different dynamic. So that's where things get a little bit tricky. But you know, you just gotta kind of have that mindset of just enjoying like what you're doing, because that's gonna help you just keep doing it for like the next 16 years, right?
Yeah,
you know absolutely. What I mean? Yeah. Cool, man. So what's like your style, you think? Like you got some really cool pics here, man.
So what I've been working on most recently, I think, is the closest to the style that I feel fits me the best. If you just scroll on up to the top of my page, you see the most recent shoots. Everything is rich in color, I'd say. I like using my lights and making sure everything like looks nice and bold, adding contrast with the lighting. Doing creative things with lighting, trying to experiment and find different ways to, you know, highlight my subject and, you know, draw the eyes where I want the eyes. Right.
Yeah. Interesting. Is that like the trick for like the eyes to like just like jump out?
That's the number one goal. Everyone who's worked with me has seen me fiddle with the lights when it's not working quite right. Everyone's used to seeing me, you know, get the reflector out, get the what's it called? Get like set up with my beauty dish and everything so that the light's correct. You know, it's
it's a process. It's a craft. Like I just said. It's a craft, like I just said, man.
Yeah, it takes time. Usually when I do the photos that I really want to do, it does take me time, but it's really fun to do.
Yeah, because it's kind of like you're trying to make what you have in your head in real life, kind of
exactly.
Thing. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
So like, do you always have ideas, or they just come to you randomly during the day?
Do I always have ideas?
Yeah, like there are always ideas in your head that you want to do.
Not always, but with the stuff that I'm doing this year, I kind of have just a simple concept, and my focus is on the simplicity. Because I find when I start to go and dive in and try to use all sorts of props and stuff, it gets hectic, it gets crazy.
Yeah, less is more, right? Less is more, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, when I focus on just the lights, focus on getting all the little pieces that make the biggest difference together.
Yeah.
I think that is where I like to be.
Yeah.
This year it's focus on light, simplicity, color.
Oh yeah. Well, spring is basically here, so the colors gonna be popping, I guess, eh?
Yeah, but again, with what I'm aiming to do with just the stuff for my project for Instagram this year is just simple colors. So monochromatic is what I'm going for.
Okay.
One color that I'm working with, and then light to make everything come together.
You ever like follow those like it's like the color spectrum, but it's like a scientific breakdown of like what colors go well with others, and it's a whole thing. Like I forget what it's called, but it's like a color breakdown. Anyway,
yeah,
it's a scientific thing for like the human eye,
Yeah, I think it's always like going with color theory is always good. I want to simplify. I want to keep everything very simplistic this year and kind of go into just the basics, the things that I enjoy the most in photography. If I were to flip my photo into black and white, I want it to look good. You know what I mean?
So what are you trying to do with like the minimalistic photo? Like what are you trying to say? Like are you trying to say something with that? Like is there a message in there somewhere? Or?
It's more about me.
Oh, okay.
It's more about me than it's about a message. It's me as a photographer. I like keeping it simple. I like keeping it straightforward. I don't want it to be overcomplicated because when it gets overcomplicated, I think just that person on the other side of the lens ends up lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's too much sometimes. Like sometimes you look at stuff and it's like there's too much. Like you said, you get lost in it. Like you don't even know where to look.
Right.
You don't even know where it's a soup.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think if people are highlighted properly in portrait photography, then that's really doing the job that you're trying to do, right?
Yeah, true, eh?
Yeah.
So how do you find the models and things?
So there's some of the people that I post the most frequently are people that I've worked with over years.
Okay.
I had some that I'm looking at working with who are connected to those individuals.
Got it.
Some
it's all about who you know. It's all about who you know, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's people that there's times that I'll reach out and try to find people on like the Facebook groups and all that stuff to collaborate and do some light tests, etc. But it's not always that I'll do that. It does get exhausting for me when it's if I end up working with someone and I'm doing something solely for the purpose of creating something I had in mind. I prefer someone who I've become familiar with.
Yeah, because they know how you work.
Exactly.
They know exactly how you roll. Yeah. It's important. It's important. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it's important to like work with people that you can work with. Otherwise, it becomes a nightmare, right? It's like, oh God, this ain't going well.
Yeah. Like sometimes it's just, it feels more like I'm working with a client than working with someone who's going to help me elevate my craft.
Right. Yeah. It's a collaborative thing. It's an artistic experience versus like a transactional thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So very different. What like transactional versus like artistic. It's such a different dynamic.
Right.
You know, you're doing it's like, are you doing it for the money or are you doing it for the art? It's very, you know. It's like, can't I have both? Like, geez. Can I get paid and do it for the arts? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know yet, right? But
yeah.
Wow, man. Cool. Well, I mean, it's like, so like you taught yourself like the lighting and everything by yourself?
Somewhat. I got some help from other photographers. I can't ever, forget that I had other photographers who helped lift me up.
Nice.
And for that, I'll always be grateful.
Cool.
I also took the time to, watch videos and,
Yeah.
YouTube University during the pandemic, right?
Exactly.
So it's a lot of theory, a lot of stuff that I picked up from some of the YouTubers I watched.
Yeah.
A lot of things that I thought of, exploring based off of what I was seeing.
Yeah. Was it a big challenge for you to like learn like the lighting side of it?
The lighting side of it, I'd say the biggest challenge with lighting has always been learning how to balance it.
Okay.
Especially when I'm doing some of my projects where, I'm doing, let's say I'm working outside and I'm trying to balance with the sun and all of that stuff. And I'm trying to create a specific effect. Sometimes you want to create like a moody effect outside. Sometimes you'll want to just highlight the face while the sun's backlighting them.
Yeah.
Things like that. You take the time to learn how to do properly and effectively.
Yeah.
It's just, without a light meter, you kind of have to figure out how to get that down pretty in a quick fashion, right?
Sure. But then you should also get like a light meter.
I should. But
I don't need one.
It's one of those things. It's what pieces of equipment do I feel like investing in the most right now?
Got it.
What am I going to make the most use of right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. It's how you work, man. It's how you work.
So
like I said, love it.
It's one of those things that it'll be, eventually I'm going to get the light meter, but right now I'm learning how to nail it down based off of memory and based off of what I know, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, there's no, like, to me, it's like, there's no right answer. It's like, how you work is how you work. And if you get the stuff that you want to get, and if you're working with a client or whatever, they're happy, and that's it, right? Like, who's to say that that's like the way to do it? There is no way to do it. That's why it's, that's why it's the art of it. That's why it's a craft, because within the craft, there's different ways to achieve different things. So, that's why, people say you got to use a full frame. You got to use this, you got to use that. It's like, you don't even have to, use whatever you got, man. It doesn't matter.
Some of the photos I've enjoyed the most are the small little Instax mini photos.
That's what I mean, right? People love that stuff now. They love those Instax.
It's
a little retro feel, right?
It's a retro feel to it, and it's just, it's as you see it, you're kind of just focusing on that moment, and you're taking that photo. You're not worrying about, how am I going to edit this? How is this going to work out?
Yeah.
It's just, this is the photo.
Yeah. Well, people want real.
Yeah.
Especially these days. They just want real, right? I mean, I mean, sure. I mean, people can be great at editing and all those things, but Instax, man, people love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about like just that moment in particular. It's like you get it, it's like boom. You put it on the fridge, it'll stay there for a month,
Yeah.
Kind of thing, right?
Absolutely.
It's cool, man. It's cool. So like, what do you like? Are you like, do you have any tips for people that want to start out into like what you're doing?
I mean, for people who want to start out, the only thing I could say is just go out and have fun.
Yeah.
Just do it. Have a good time doing it. I have people that I've met along the way who I met at little meetups, and it was just people having fun doing photos.
Yeah.
Creating art together, and not everyone would be at the same level, but it is what it is. We all enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's a human experience.
Yep.
Really,
Yeah.
that's really what it is.
And again, with portrait photography, I find that it's one of those things where, you're connecting with a person on the other side of
Yeah,
the lens.
yeah,
So if that's something you're interested in doing and that's what you want to do with portrait photography, do it. Might as
yeah,
well. You know,
yeah,
there's no harm in it. But, I think it's also important for people to find what they truly love.
yeah,
Um, I've looked at different areas in photography and I've kind of just stuck to portraits because this is what I've truly enjoyed.
yeah.
Right.
That
I've
human,
done
it's a human
weddings
connection.
and stuff, and doing weddings, I thought it was nice. It was for friends. So, for me to do my friends' weddings, I was like, yeah, this is fun. Like, friend. It's
Right.
fun because it's my friend and I get to see
Yeah.
my friend get married.
Got it. Yeah, yeah.
But if it were another couple, I don't think I would enjoy this because
Right.
it
Because
is
you don't have a relationship with them.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I don't have that relationship.
yeah.
Mind you, I love shooting photos of couples in the family setting,
Hmm.
but it's very different when I could just connect with them behind the camera. There's much less stress involved, and
Yeah.
you could kind of get something of an organic connection between you and them going.
Right, right. Whereas like a wedding is kind of like more posed, if you will.
Yes and
It's
no.
not,
It's
yeah.
more like I find it's just constantly moving.
Mm.
You don't get as many opportunities to actually like just connect and be present in the moment, like
Yeah,
connecting with other people and
yeah.
trying to,
It's chaos. It's
explore
chaos.
different relationships.
Yeah, yeah. That's basically chaos. It's basically
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. But that said, if a friend asks me to do a wedding, I do a friend's wedding. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
If a random person wants it, I'm kind of like, maybe let's
Right.
see where things
Yeah.
fall, right?
Yeah. You really got to enjoy wedding photography. Well,
Yeah.
that's why people make a lot of money off it, right? Because
Oh, for sure.
there's such a demand for it that it's hard to also find good wedding photographers, I think, like truly good ones, because everyone says they are, but it's like actually like good ones, I think it's hard to find sometimes.
I believe that, and
Yeah.
it's one of those things where our market is saturated with a
Yeah.
good amount of photographers.
Yeah.
It's just the quality is going to be different. If everyone's style is going to be different, not everyone's going to match up for
Yeah.
the specific job that they're looking
Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's
at.
good to know like what you like to do and your style.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. It's exciting. I think it's exciting just to, like, meet people in general.
Yeah,
Because you never know who like you're gonna meet.
that's the truth, right?
You just never know. You just never know, right? Like it's good because these days it's hard to meet people in the city sometimes.
Yeah,
So it's kind of a good icebreaker.
absolutely. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, you want to come in for this photo shoot? Cool, cool. But yeah, man. So like, what do you like? What any tips for working with like models? People that want to work with models. Do you have any like tips, things to avoid, things to do?
Honestly, tips with working with models, I don't know if I have many good ones, but
Yeah,
the main thing is with anyone you're doing portraits of, you really want to focus on connecting with them and forming a level of trust so they could be
yeah,
themselves in front of the
right,
camera.
right,
If people feel uncomfortable, it will show in the photos.
right. Mm,
If people don't feel like they are in a safe space or a space where they could thrive, it's going to show up,
yeah.
you know?
And then what do you do?
With the models that I've worked with the people I've worked with over the years,
Yeah,
it's always been, all right, let's chat a little bit, let's form a connection, let's find out a little bit about you as an individual,
yeah, yeah.
and let's try to have fun with this shoot and do different creative things that allow them to contribute
Right.
and allow us to kind of build a working connection.
Yeah, you want to make them feel like involved during the process.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. Instead of them just kind of like standing there going, "What should I do with my hands?" just make them involved, which I think is a good thing to do.
Yeah,
because it gets them moving, gets them talking, it gets them, gets them in like the zone.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that want to get into like the portrait stuff, and just a matter of like finding studios, finding time, the money and all that stuff, right? So
yeah. That said, portraits don't have to be in a studio or anything like that. You could go outside, you could shoot outside if you have the weather cooperating with you. Even if it's not cooperating with you, you could be creative.
Okay, how so?
If it's raining outside and you find a little spot that's covered up and you shoot working with whatever natural light or ambient light you're able to get, if all you have is your camera, you could work with that and try to create something out of it, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't need to be, a planned out studio shoot where you're just there and you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be that. When we just take time to get creative, we could kind of find different ideas and concepts we didn't really think of in the first place, right?
Does that happen to you a lot? You get different ideas on set?
On set, usually I have things planned out, but when I go outside to shoot, that's when I kind of allow myself to explore what's there, what's present.
Interesting.
Natural settings that you put yourself in. You could use the trees, you could use the foreground that's created by bushes. If you shoot by water, you could use the reflections. There's a lot of options, right?
Yeah, it's all about just getting creative, and obviously, like as you've done, the more that you do it, the more experience you have with doing those kinds of different things, because you know what kind of works and what doesn't. So,
exactly.
You kind of have to put yourself in the situation. Like, yeah, you can watch all the YouTube videos and you can read all the things, but until you actually start doing it yourself, you don't really know what works.
Yeah.
So you just, it's all about kind of just like doing it. That's why. Yeah, it's just I think that's also like separates people, is like the people that actually do it versus people that just consume it. They don't really pick up the camera and like start doing stuff. Like just start clicking around and see what happens. You never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Even when I was in school and I took a photography class, it was, sitting and learning based off what I was being told wasn't going to work.
Yeah. I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to be told what to do.
Was the thing that would work would be actually going and doing it. Actually trying to figure out how that's supposed to work, how it's supposed to look, what looks good, what I enjoy, and what I don't.
Well, that's what makes your work unique, right? That's what makes you, because no one can do what you do. Like that's what Kevin does. Like it's someone else can do a portrait shoot, but like it's not gonna be your stuff, and also your stuff's not gonna be their stuff. That's why people shouldn't really compare their stuff, because it's totally different. Like it's not, it's my style and my ability is different from your stuff and your abilities. So, but people compare all the time, right? That's just the world we live in.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It happens all the time.
There's that saying, comparison's the thief of joy.
It's true though. It's true, especially these days, right? Like you go on social media, it's like a fire hose of just like stuff, So so important to have like a level head,
Yeah, that's where looking at social media is not very helpful. It's not a true measure of comparison, I'd say. It's the highlight reel for every different photographer that's out there, and at the end of the day, it's not, you can't compare yourself to other people based off of how their following is. You know what I mean? Some people have followers that are more active, some have bots that are going to click, whatever it is. At the end of the day, that's not where your focus as a photographer should be. It should be on, how do I enjoy what I'm doing?
Yeah. And how do I get better at it?
How do I get better?
By doing the thing.
Yeah.
I always feel better like just like putting the phone away and just like doing something, just like making something, or going outside and just trying to make something, because it gets my mind off other stuff. You kind of trick your mind into No, I'm actually gonna. I actually have power over this. Like you have like discipline over like your device, so
Yeah.
you trick your brain into that. So it's a stupid little hack, but it works for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
just
It
start.
makes sense. When it comes down to it, I think we just need to unplug, you know?
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough these days. That's why there's so many podcasts about deep vlogging. Meanwhile, it's a podcast. You shouldn't be listening to this. What are you doing? Right? Should be out on the town square or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I guess like you use social media to like network and to like get work and stuff. Like, is that what you use it for primarily?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I have my social media as like my highlight reel. I
Yeah.
have often seen posts that I put up get like 1, 2 likes.
Yeah.
Like,
Congratulations.
I'm like, okay, so there's a couple likes. I know my stuff's
Yeah.
not being seen, and it is what it is.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
It just feels like, oh yeah, this social media thing's kind of a waste of my time.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I kind of look at people who want to work with me, and I'm like, hey, I still have people who want to work with me, so I'm doing something right.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
that's what I mean. Like, you don't dwell on the numbers. You're actually like working with people in real life.
Yeah.
Like, you just feel totally different.
Yeah.
Because you're actually working in real life with someone versus a phone screen. So that's what I mean by like tricking your brain into like doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's social media. At the end of the day, it is a good tool. Every year I post on social media when I'm doing like my big what's it called, batch shoots for the holidays, etc.
Okay.
If I do batch shooting, I'm posting so that people could book with me.
Okay. Cool. How was that this past holiday season?
It's been, last year wasn't the greatest, and I think
No.
that has a lot to do with the current economy.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's always going to be part of our reality.
Yeah.
It is a luxury to have your photos done by someone, to have a studio booked and be able to go in and get your photos done. I think that is a luxury, and there's no doubt that people will choose something more necessary for them than
Yeah.
to do something that's a luxury, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Okay.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's an off year. I'm hoping that things kind of turn around with our economy this year. But we'll see how it goes. At the end of the day, I still got other things going on.
Nice.
The families that book with me, some of them actually book me for other jobs throughout the year.
Oh, cool.
I was lucky enough to do maternity shoots and other creative projects for some of the families that I work with. So
Nice, man.
I appreciate those opportunities, and I try to make sure that I put my best foot forward when it comes to the holiday shoots that I do, because it opens the door, right?
Of course, man. People talk, man. It's a small world. It's a small world sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, you're not like they're not like a transaction for you. Like, this is like very, very important work for you, right? So I think people will like respond to that, and that's why they're gonna tell you, "Oh, go work with Kevin. He's a cool guy."
Yeah. You try to actually take the time and work with them and learn names and talk to them, find out about their family a little bit, see a bit of the family dynamic, and try to lean into it with the work you create. I think those shoots become very important to me because of the way that I try to approach it and the way that the families respond to it, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're killing it, man. You're killing it. It's great. Love it. Just gotta keep going, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what are you trying to learn now? Like, what's like your biggest challenge right now, you think?
Right now, it's for me, it's not really trying to learn something. It's more trying to unlearn.
Oh, you know too much.
No, I don't know too much, but as you kind of develop and you kind of spend time with other photographers, you see what they're doing and you try to start emulating things that they do.
Okay, gotcha.
Sometimes you learn habits, you learn things, trying to create something extravagant. And like, again, I'm looking at that project I'm working on this year. You try to do something, and that ends up becoming a little bit more overwhelming, more
Right.
like you start to lose yourself as an individual, as a
Mm.
photographer.
Mm.
So for me, it's more about unlearning the things that I was doing that caused me
Got
to
it.
lose where I was as a
Yeah, I
photographer,
hear you. I hear you. Makes
trying
sense to
to
me.
get myself into the flow of doing the things that I love doing,
Yeah.
uh, getting to my own style based off of, what I love as an individual.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be influenced too much from other people, which makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it makes sense, man. Yeah, people chase trends, they're chasing trends because they want to get the likes and the clicks, and they're just chasing stuff that's not even them. So,
Yep.
and that's why people burn out. That's why people quit, because they're not getting the validation that they wanted. So that's what
Yep.
happens, right? But if you do it your way, people are gonna do it for 16 years.
Yep.
So that's just a great example, right?
Truthfully, I have been there where I was feeling like I was burning out with photography.
Yeah.
And that was because it wasn't the photography that I wanted to be doing.
Mm.
It wasn't like I was focusing on trying to get likes, etc. And
Yeah.
that wasn't where I needed to be.
Yeah.
I needed to be back in that space where I'm connecting with people while I'm doing my work, where I'm
Yeah.
actually creating something that I feel a connection to based off of how that shoot went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So how'd you like get yourself out of it? You just said I'm not doing this anymore, or wasn't that easy? Yeah.
It was more like getting myself back to, like, what I want to just create for me again.
Mm. Hmm.
It's getting myself back to, doing walks in the park and taking photos in the park.
Yeah.
Things that don't always get seen on my Instagram page because it's all portraits for the most part.
Mm.
But I enjoy landscapes. I enjoy doing little photos of birds and little critters,
Yeah.
right?
Cool.
Those are different things that don't get shown, but
Yeah.
those are things that help bring me back to what I actually love with photography.
Oh, I love it, man. That's a good tip for a lot of people, man, because a lot of people are struggling when they're just, they feel lost, like what you felt before you kind of brought yourself back to the center. So I think it's good advice for people.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I know that you got a jet, so I'll give you one last question. Who's your dream portrait shoot? If you had to pick any person in the world,
If I could work with any person in the world,
any person.
it's honestly a good question.
Yeah. Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Honestly, now that you say dead or alive, I think
Yeah.
if it were someone who was dead, it would 100% be Michael Jackson.
Nice.
I think Michael Jackson had a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
There was a lot to him, a lot of the creativity in how he was as an individual.
Yeah.
I would like to be around that kind of energy and kind of be able to shoot with someone like that.
All right, man.
Yeah.
What about Justin Bieber?
Not right now.
It's not the
He's
same
a
level.
character, but he's not a character that I feel drawn to.
Yeah.
I think of the people that are alive that I would feel anything like remotely drawn to. I don't know that there's a specific one that I would say I would like to shoot the most.
Yeah.
But I think the opportunity to shoot with any celebrity, I say, like, for the most part, any celebrity would be a very interesting person to shoot. Because they're in a different world than we are, to be quite honest.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like, one, I don't know how that relationship between me and them would be because of that. But the opportunity to kind of explore what that would be like is something that would be very interesting.
Yeah. Be a challenge, eh?
It would be a bit of a challenge. It would
Yeah.
be very different. I'd be stepping outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I'd be doing something that I don't think photographers usually get opportunities to do.
They kind of want to stick to their own bubble and just kind of keep going. Yeah. I hear you. It's true. We kind of play it safe sometimes.
We do play it safe. I think we also don't I don't know about everyone, but I know for myself personally, I don't always seek opportunities to, level up and rise to a different occasion. Try to do something that I've never done before, try to approach people I've never approached before to do work with them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you look at, people who are popular and you're like, I don't know if I'm worthy of shooting with you. I don't know if you would like my work. And I think that's a place that me personally, I want to see my way out of and try to get to the point where it's like, hey, whether or not you want to shoot with me, I want to shoot with you. So if you want to, let's work something out and get going, right?
Yeah. It's like that saying, to be interesting, you have to be interested. So, it's kind of like that. You show the interest, and you just gotta shoot your shot. You gotta put yourself out there and see what happens, right? What's the worst thing that can happen? Nothing.
The worst thing that someone could say is no, right?
No, sorry, I'm busy.
Eventually, after many no's, you'll get a yes. So
I always say that it's not a no now. I mean, it's not a no, it's just a no now. But 6 months, it could be a yes, right?
Right.
Unless the person says F off, then okay, cool. But so there's a different, to me, it's like, keep going at it. If you really feel that there's something there, just a matter of being persistent, which I think people, appreciate to some degree, but depends on what you're trying to do and like the angle to it. But I think people like people being persistent a little bit. But yeah, it's a skill, man. It's a mindset. It's like a discipline. It's like an internal drive that you have to have for yourself, because no one's going to hold you accountable to that stuff,
For sure.
Yeah, man. Well, Kuma, I know you got a jet, so I just want to say thanks again for coming on. I really appreciate taking the time to come on. Hopefully, you enjoyed this thing.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on. It was nice to have a chance to talk with you.
Yeah, man. Any final words for the people out there?
Get out there and enjoy your craft, right?
Love it.
That's it.
It's true. You can check out Kevin. Links are in the description of this podcast, and hopefully have you back on some point, man. Love to have you back on.
Thank you. Would be happy to.
We'll see you next time. Peace.
Next time. Take care.